hands flower down. Oh, sorry, not flower, gospel broker. Oh, sorry. My bad.
So want some background noise? Boy, why that's boy.
Can we get a toot toot?
No, not yet.
Okay, so welcome to our 20th game of Shadowrun.
Woohoo! 20 already is good.
It's not bad whatsoever.
Yay!
And unfortunately, last night's Star Wars game didn't record any of the local audio, so it does help for me to actually check the microphones each game to make sure they're working.
Considering it was on a strategy.
Yeah.
For last night's game.
So, tonight we have 4 people. Starting off online, I'll start off with Josh.
Josh, I play Flogger. Flogger do flogging. Flogger crack heads. Flog the doors. Flogger do good flog. So yeah, bit of backstory of Flogger. He's a big burly troll. Absolutely loves to smash things to bits. Like to steal doors, and every time he's punched someone in the dome, it's come off. That rod snapped right back.
Well, when
you say punch someone in the dome, do you mean head?
Yeah, in the head.
And the heads come off.
Yeah.
Right in the face, and they all die.
I think the last
visually,
someone,
absolutely horrifying.
Someone tried to unload this like massive heavy machine gun at me, and I wasn't a fan of it, so I uppercut him, and his whole head just snapped back, and his spine was sticking out.
Ooh, yes.
Well, considering your arm muscles are wider than most people.
Yep.
Is he like one of those gym junkies?
He's a gym junkie troll. So he has big muscles.
Gym junkie
he's the troll version of Doozer, but like a million times dumber.
I am as dumb as a fence post.
Not that Bolt's much better, but
I'm also as dumb as a fence post.
I am also as dumb as a fence post, and I pee on them. Thank you very much. I said the fence post.
All you're doing is marking things. It's not peeing, honest.
Peeing, marking. You know. Not a lot of difference, right?
So that brings us to M.
I played both. I am super speedy, but really fucking dumb. I run around lots, I gather what little information I can, but I also talk a million miles an hour because I'm that dumb. And that's how I communicate. By talking a million miles an hour. Because I go fast.
So you've got ADHD on top of your ADHD.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, I'm an experiment, so, you know, like, you can maybe blame some of that. I have my shiny teeth. May or may not be adamantium, that's yet to be confirmed by Martin. But I've chewed through steel cable. I've chewed through steel cable, so who knows?
There's no harm in just chewing.
Yeah, but you've got like a strength of like 5.
Well, she won't know if her teeth are fantastic until she gets a despair on a bike. Then there might be a chipped tooth.
No!
Okay, also online today we have David where he can get reception.
Well, it hasn't dropped out yet, so...
Yeah, no, it's not reception, it's just a whole lot of background noise because I'm currently loading my truck. Hello, I'm David, I play Georgie, the I can't even be sarcastic and make a joke about it. He's definitely the brightest, the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's definitely the bluntest.
It's the sharpest bolt in the shed. Get it right.
I sense a theme here.
That is a mark of intellectual capacity for sure. Georgie is an escaped clone, a medical experiment, and ice cream as well.
An escaped clone of?
He doesn't know yet. Just that there are more of him around. Also, at the table today we have Ariadna.
We have the sharpest tool in the shed, with an intellect of 4,
which means you have as much
agility of 3, and a brawn of 2, which means I hide behind all the muscle.
And you have as much intellect as the rest of the party combined.
I am Shadowstar, also known as Shadow. I am awakened, but if you describe me as woke, I will sick my brawn onto you, and see how many heads we can take off. I've been fired. I've got a background of fired because I very badly stole money from rich people and very badly gave it to the poor.
The exact poor who got it haven't come up yet, and the exact rich she stole it from, well, I'm sure that will be relevant soon.
Hopefully not, really. But we'll see. It's a good thing that there's a lot of muscle in front of me, because I think all I got is a couple of guns and a jacket that gives me a little bit of extra soak. I need to really play a lot longer, more often, so I can get a bit more gear.
I'm sure you'll get catch up to them in gear in no time.
We will see. I also have no idea what you guys have been up to for like the last 10 sessions.
Not much.
That's okay, I'm sure they don't remember where they're up to either.
Well, I think Bolt and Flogger were in the hospital for a few, so you know.
I do remember a session recently where you guys were taken to the hospital, or you were... We had you in the back of a van, I believe. I think Georgie was doing a really good job of saving your life.
Yeah, I think Georgie did save a life.
Well, you know, you've all got to stick together.
That doesn't sound like anything my character would do.
Well, there was ice cream involved.
Yeah, there was ice cream involved.
So, considering you got ice cream for helping take them to the Brotherhood, those nice friendly people who give you ice cream, you thought it was a fantastic deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just trying to get to my Shadowrun notes.
Yep. Is that in the new system or the old one?
Sorry.
You know how you're transitioning?
No, my notes aren't all on the board.
Oh, okay, this is separate from that. Okay.
These are my personal notes.
Yep. You take personal notes?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, we're in trouble.
Well, mostly they're prompts to remind me who plays, and then I remember what the game was.
Oh, well, you know, for a second there I thought you were going to say who stuffed up and exactly how it's going to bite them in the butt later.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, okay. Diplomatic version of it, was it?
Yep.
Can anyone give us a summary of what happened last game?
It did have Bolt and Flogger in it.
It did have Bolt and Flogger in it. I'm pretty sure we got sent to do... Oh, I can't remember exactly what we were sent to do. But I think we were on a hunting mission for a person at a bar.
Didn't we get to that bar though?
Yeah, we did. We got to the bar.
We did and got caught in a gunfight.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's when Flogger
So, 2 trolls and a werewolf? No, not werewolf.
A troll, a dog boy, and a wannabe ancient.
Walked into a bar.
Two trolls and a beast walk into a bar.
I believe you left one troll out.
Two trolls.
Yeah, there was no one
today.
So it was the 3 of you versus a 3 groups of orcs with guns.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm pretty sure we beat down, and then Flogger decapitated the person who was supposed to be talking to.
No, who were meant to keep alive.
Oh, who were meant to keep alive. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't quite work out.
It's hard to question the dead. You haven't learned that magic yet.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, that's right. I was also told that I'm magical. I did a stupid, like, coin trick. But apparently, like, I think my hand started to simmer or something.
No, your hand got burnt.
That's why they burnt, but they didn't hurt.
Well, it takes a lot for something to register with Flogger. So I'm sure Flogger could put his hand on a hot plate and then wonder what the nice smell is.
Yep.
So you're in this bar, and you're after some people. Did you get the people?
We killed the people. Oh no, we had the other lady. I can't remember her name. But
Her name was Roxanne.
Roxanne, that's it. So yeah, we found Roxanne. And Roxanne was the one who had a chat with me saying that I sensed magic in this person.
No, that was the person in the hospital.
I was the person in the hospital.
There was an elf chick in the hospital.
Oh god, it's too many people.
I was gonna say there's a lot of people entering this equation.
Yeah.
You were tracking down one of the people who did the heist for the chips. The 3 chips that you need to find.
Okay, so you're looking for chips, is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
And you found how many?
None.
None. Okay. Alright, this could be fun. Do we have any leads? Or have we killed them all?
Well, so far you've got Desrin taking the final lead somewhere so he can see if someone else can get some information out of it.
I see, so...
Because you killed the person who knew what it meant.
Oh, okay, so... Hopefully Desrin will come up with something.
Who also happens to be a high-up corp.
A what?
A corporate person.
A high-up corporate person is the lead?
The person they killed is a high-up person.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this gets confusing. Okay, alright, so... We killed...
Yeah, the person we need to talk to is like the boss's son.
That's the guy you killed.
Yes.
So we've killed the boss's son.
Yep.
Yes.
Does the boss know we did it?
Well, the boss died,
Oh, the boss is... Okay.
and that's what kicked all the. That's what got the everything involved.
Okay, this sounds like it's gonna just keep getting worse.
So the
farm
boss's
disaster.
so the boss's son was seen at saw himself as next in line for his dad's company.
Right.
Not anymore.
Who's next in line after that?
Well, he wasn't actually next in line.
Okay, so...
You're the person who hired you was next in line
Oh, okay.
to recover the stuff that the son of the boss
We haven't
stole.
killed them yet, right?
Not yet, but you're working on it.
Well, aren't they the people who are paying us?
They are.
So, can we try not to kill them? At least until after they pay us?
Well, we can't make promises.
No, I'm getting that.
And so it was the person you met in the hospital was Freya Goldenhair.
Freya Goldenhair. Okay.
Yep.
And, she's alive.
She's alive,
Okay.
but she got shot up during the data heist of the chips.
So, are we in the hospital now trying to get leads from her, or is that where Desrin was off?
You got leads from her, which led you to the bar, which led to the gunfight, which then led to the person you need to talk to getting his head snapped off.
Right, I see.
You unloaded a machine gun at me.
Well, that doesn't seem like wise things to do under...
Exactly. So he brought a gun to a fist fight.
Yes.
And the fist fight won.
Yes.
Because it was a fist fight.
Quite well too.
Okay, so where are we now? Like, this session opens up with us...
This session opens up with you resting back at Maria Mercurial's penthouse apartment.
Okay, yeah.
48 floors above the streets below, which is still a week after scraping up the remains of Mr. Am I Right off the intersection.
Oh, okay, really? Only a week since that? Because I was around just after Mr. Am I Right ended up redecorating the city walk. Okay, so... are we regrouping?
You're relaxing after waiting for Desrin to get back with more info, because it's not like Bolt and Flogger are the brains of the operation.
Nah.
Indeed.
And as you're resting up, Bolt gets a call on his new comlink.
Whoa, who has my number? Who is this?
Order in the other room.
I don't want to say, everybody else has died.
Well, you look at the number. It's supposed to be someone you've worked with in the past.
Who is it? Is it my friend who's gonna get me out of trouble with the Crimson people who tried to kill me like a month or two ago?
It is Eve Donovan trying to catch up with you and find out what happened with your investigation so far. The one she paid each of you 50,000 up front.
Was I with them at this point?
Technically, you've also got the 50,000 up front.
Okay, alright. It's not a...
oh, that one. Yeah, I don't know what we're up to with that, to be honest.
So, you know when you accepted the contract?
Yeah.
That's where you're up to.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we have the contract in our hands and we have to look into it.
So what is the contract to do to get the chips?
No, this is something completely different. She's got to steal data.
Okay.
There's 4 jobs you've got running simultaneously.
Alright, well that will make
Isn't the one where we got 50 grand each, like, we've got a few months to do that?
You might, but you've basically got to show progress. And I think it's been close to a month since you got the job.
I'm presume my phone is still ringing as like staring at this number.
It is.
I will answer the phone.
There you go.
Okay, so you get a rather irate voice on the other hand saying, "Where have you been? What have you been up to?" Yep. Yep.
Georgie starts firing off blanks from his pistol in the background and says, "Don't kill them! We're taking fire! Pew, 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 pew! Get off that bloody fire, in other words, they're gonna get us!"
I say in a really hurried tone, almost died, still dying, gotta go, and the call.
I'm glad you guys picked up on what that was, because I was absolutely bewildered. I couldn't figure out if Georgie was just playing a game, if he was delusional, or providing a distraction.
He's delusional, but
it worked well as a distraction.
Bolt is scared enough of guns that even Blank's getting freaked out, so Bolt probably finds the nearest table to hide on them.
So it has been a while, but you guys really will have to chase up eventually what you're supposed to be doing.
Do I have any inkling at all that this was a call from what's his face, the $50,000 girl?
No, because it was Bolt's contact.
I asked Bolt, who was on the phone.
Who, what, and where now?
Who just called you?
Pretty lady.
Pretty lady who?
Pretty lady, lots of money.
Sounds important. Why did you hang up on her?
Cause they were gunshots. I don't want to die again. I
Okay.
almost died.
Do you think maybe we want to call the pretty lady back since the pretty lady gave us a lot of money?
But have we done anything for pretty lady? I've been almost dead. I don't know where we're up to.
Well, I'm not sure where we're up to either, but maybe the pretty lady might have some leads for us to follow up, and we might actually do stuff for her.
But pretty lady's pretty lady.
She is. What if I called her?
Paul gingerly hands his phone over.
Can I call her back using
The buttons are sticky.
Okay. Yeah, no, look, I think I've been around Bolton enough that that doesn't faze me. I will wipe it off on my pant leg and I will redial.
Okay. So you get a picture of a woman, name on it says Eve Donovan.
Eve Donovan, yep.
And
The
she's-
audio's recording for tonight, right?
Yes, it appears to be recording for tonight.
Good, because my plan is to write notes later. Primarily because my hands aren't fantastic.
Yes, Martin did check that before game today because he realised that it wasn't working because OBS is wrong OBS.
It's all good.
Yay, computing.
So,
Yay!
Well, my computer didn't start up when I was trying to set everything up in the first place.
do I know Eve by any other name up until now?
I've never met Eve before.
Okay, so does Eve answer the phone?
Yes, well, you get the picture of her because she's answered the phone.
Oh, okay.
Just a video call.
Hello, Eve. I believe you just tried to call my colleague, Bolt. Is this relating to a contract we've recently taken up with you?
Yes, it's been a few weeks. She wants to find out what progress you've made.
Well, at the moment, I'm unsure of the status of that particular contract. Everyone can tell that Shadow has once worked in some sort of public service of some sort. Just from this conversation. It was, my understanding was that the contract had a little bit of time on it, and we are juggling a fair number of them. We're fairly popular.
I'm just going to look up the date of
group.
game date of the last one, so we can actually say when she gave you the contract.
It'd be nice also to know exactly. Is this the 3 chips one? So
No.
many. Okay, it'd be good to determine what this is actually for.
I'm sure I'll put it in there.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, let's see. Once my computer catches up, I'll be able to tell you exactly what date it was in game.
I'm hoping in addition to date that we might also get details on job. Would it surprise you if I told you I had posters here from back when I was a roadie?
That would not surprise me, we're both orders.
Yeah.
Okay, so the game date we took the job was on the 20th of February.
Okay.
You're currently on the 1st of March.
Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks. Has the reason we haven't progressed it, does anyone remember if that's because we've had trouble chasing down leads, or because we've just been busy on other
You've been
jobs?
busy on the other jobs.
Okay. Look, I'm honest with Eve.
No, it's not. It's because we totally forgot how many jobs we have to do, and we haven't had a time to even think about that job.
I say it much more diplomatically than that. But yeah, indicate that I'm also trying to track down some leads, and is there any chance that she can give us some tips?
Maybe. Georgie gestures to his pistol and mouths, "I can do it again if you want."
No, I'm fine. I indicate as best as I can to Georgie that that's okay. My goal right now is to figure out exactly what this job is so that we can actually do it. So that we can get it out of the way, since it looks like we've got a bit of time on our hands while we wait for Desrin to look up something. So I say, well, we've actually been, hard at it on a number of contracts at the moment, but we've actually got a lull happening now where we wait for a few other leads to pan out. So I was actually about to call you to see if maybe perhaps I can get a few more details about this contract.
So she pipes up with, considering some of the rest of the party had been given these details before, she says, so you need the address again? Did Bolt happen to forget where you were going?
I would like to diplomatically put out there that even though Bolt is a very good boy and is a very handsome boy, Bolt also doesn't necessarily, doesn't specialise in details.
Bolt almost died, he yells.
No, I'm trying to be diplomatic, and I don't fault Bolt, but I'm like, I am a details person. Unfortunately, I wasn't there, but I'm here now, so if you could give me those details again, that would be fantastic.
Yes. She sighs and says, okay, so I will meet you back at the, what's the place called? Matchsticks.
Matchsticks, okay, yeah, we'll head that way.
Which is at the Seattle Needle, one of the biggest landmarks of Seattle.
Well then I will obviously know where that is.
You can see it from most of Seattle.
So after I'll thank her and be there, we'll get there. Is she going there straight away?
You have a feeling she's heading over there straight away.
Okay, we're heading over there too. I hang up the phone, hand it back to Bolt. Get your best collar, my boy, and let's go. I'm presuming Bolt is a boy.
I believe Bolt is a boy, but I haven't checked down there. It's too furry.
I looked down at my jacket, go, yep, I'm good.
I presume you have a bunch of pretty collars. Is this correct?
No, because Bolt was chained up, so he's a bit.
Bolt's not a collar person. Oh, in that case, I retract that comment, and instead we'll just head straight off.
I have my shiny new leather jacket because my other one got burnt off.
Ah, I see. Well, you look good. Is Georgie and Flogger coming along?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, let's go. Do we have transport yet, or are we still in public?
The transport your group bought is currently out on assignment, checking for what happened to stuff because it's Desrin's.
Desrin's got it? Okay, no, that's fine. I will happily head to public transport if we need to, or...
You can walk there.
Yeah, walk there.
Doesn't mean you're going to have to leave your weapons behind.
We do?
Yes, because it's the most patrolled, highest security area of the city.
So I do believe, I recall at the start of this game I was told that Flogger's taken every head off he's swung at so far, so I'm okay with leaving my weapons behind at this stage.
Bolt is the weapon.
yeah, I've got a bunch of weapons here. I'm okay going with my teammates.
George is happy to leave his weapons behind so long as his hammer gets left in a safe place.
Mm-hmm. Well, Maria's place is extremely safe because you'd have to be stupid to break in there.
So
it has a response time of less than a minute for the local security.
Oh, okay.
Well, it is a luxury, high-tech apartment.
Yeah. Well, I dare say that's probably a good thing then. And we'll be right leaving our weapons here.
Well, she is a rock star after all.
Yes. Oh no, don't unstick magic tape. And yes, you have. I see you looking over here. It is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles poster from probably about 20 years ago. And there are only 8 Transformer posters so far. 2 Dragon ones.
It's okay.
We're not geeks. We're not geeks, right? Not geeks.
No, not whatsoever.
No. Alright, we'll walk on over there. Strap our stuff.
You walk on, strut your stuff all the way over there.
Yep.
You get a lot of wolf whistles on the way.
I gather Bolt can wolf whistle back if he wants to.
He woos.
Woo!
Amazes yourself.
Well, hey,
he doesn't understand that the whistles are after him.
well, they actually might be, considering there is a big population of people who love to have the fur.
Ooh. Furries, I think they're called.
Well, they could actually be fur people.
It took this long for a Star Wars picture to show up. I'm really amazed.
There aren't as many.
I think it's because we've got like canvases and most of the Star Wars pictures are up already. Alright, so what was the place called again, Mark?
Matchsticks.
Matchsticks. Alright, we head on down to Matchsticks.
Yeah, Bolt remembers he's supposed to ask for someone specifically on the way there.
Thank goodness Bolton remembers that.
I asked for that said specific person.
Do we know that said specific person's name so we can say it aloud for the audio so when I take notes later I can write it down?
Sure, let's see if M can remember it.
Oh god, no.
We are using Bolt's memory after all.
Oh,
Don't dogs have a good memory? Aren't the canine people out there?
Yes, but this standard canine has more intelligence than Bolt.
Oh, really? It's that bad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that bad. Can I roll like an intelligence check?
Oh.
I'm sure you could try.
I don't know this name, do I? I have a feeling I'll have better luck.
Is it my friend?
It's
My dude friend who was supposed to help, who got me onto this pretty lady.
No, they gave you a name and a contact to get onto this pretty lady. Let's see, what skill can we give you to help you remember?
I'll just be back in a second, Mark. The food got delivered, so...
All good. So did Georgie remember the name?
Is Georgie trying to remember the name?
Georgie barely remembers his own name, but he'll give it a go.
Then Georgie remembers the name. He's got an intelligence of 2.
Okay, alright.
Yay.
What's the name?
The name is, you're asking for Steward.
Steward, as in S-T-E-W-A-R-D?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a code phrase to get you in. Came with one of the swords.
Kit Ray, yeah. Kit
The
Ray
sword that the knight has.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we have the sword.
No, we don't have the sword, but we got some Kit Ray stuff for friends. I'll put it in fantasy. It was just an impressive pick.
So yes, you get to what appears to be one of the funkiest nightclub, bar, restaurant around.
Yep.
It's basically where you expect to see red carpet event do's at.
Yeah.
It's not the sort of place you just casually rock up to.
Fair enough. I ask for Steward. Oh, fuck, that hurt. Sorry, didn't mean to swear.
Okay, so when you get up there, you ask for Steward at the door.
Yes.
They let you in and put you to a elevator.
Yep.
Which takes you down.
Love in an elevator. Sorry. It's stuck in my head. Alright,
So Shadowstar breaks in the song while you're in the elevator because the music just happens to be the perfect song for her.
She doesn't mind being... She doesn't mind embarrassing herself singing, much like the real player.
Which is actually amusing because you missed the most of the storyline with the rock star.
Oh, did I? Oh well. Maybe we can develop a new storyline.
So she's the angsty rock chick.
Oh well, actually, I'm kind of okay with having missed that. I'm not a big angsty rock chick type.
Okay, so after a little bit, elevator stops and you find yourself coming out into a room with a table and a familiar person, Eve, from the phone you're talking to, sitting tapping rather impatiently at a empty table.
Yep. Do I recognise her as Eve?
That's what I just said. You recognise
Oh,
her
I
from
did.
the
Okay, yep,
picture,
sorry.
from the video you just had.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Wearing the same clothes.
Sorry. I may have an intelligence. My character may have an intelligence of 4, but I think Ariadna has an intelligence of -2. Eve. I am.
I see you're the brains of the organisation, she says, interrupting you.
I give her a bow and I say, Count Shadowstar at your service.
Why weren't you here last time?
I have been busy juggling a bunch of other jobs, but I have to say I'm very pleased that I've actually been able to come back on board to help you with this job. Could you? I introduced my fellow companions, Bolt, Flogger, and Georgie. I don't suppose there's some ice cream around here, is there?
No ice cream.
Hey. Say ice cream.
What about maybe upstairs?
Possibly. Do you want them to, disappear? Do you?
No, I just thought maybe if we send for some down, we could all have some ice cream and discuss the job.
We don't get service down here. I'm sorry.
Don't you? Okay. Well, maybe
It's a secure room for a reason.
we'll get the ice cream later. Let's get to it.
So, the agreed upon terms of the job were 500 credits up front,
Yep.
plus 35 credits upon completion,
Right.
and another 15,000 credits if you can keep it quiet. So they don't believe anyone broke into the place and stole the data.
So 500 up front.
No, sorry, 50,000 up front,
Oh, 50,000 up front. Right. Okay.
35,000 upon completion,
Yep.
and another 15,000 bonus if they can extract the file without anyone noticing.
Okay. And what is this file?
It's called the Silver Angel.
Silver Angel file. Okay. And where is this file located?
It's located at the Cavallard Research Center.
Cavallard, spelled C-A-V-L-I-A-R-D.
C-A-V-L-I-A-R-D.
R-D.
Oh, may swap the I and the L around, but hey, hard to tell when my eyes moves the dog.
What was the rest of that? Cavallard
Research Center.
Research Center. It's going to be Cavallard because that's what you sounded it out as.
Yep. And it's run by Mitsu.
Spell it.
M-I-T-S-U-H-A-M-A Computer Technology. That's one of the biggest corporations around.
Mitsuhama. Technology, did you say? Tech.
Normally known as MCT.
MCT. So it's Mitsuhama. What's the C?
Computer
Oh,
Technology.
computer technology. Okay, so it's at the MCT company's office at the Cavallard Research Centre.
A subsidiary of the company.
So they're a subsidiary of Cavallard Research?
Mitsuhama is the main company.
Right.
Cavallard is a subsidiary.
Okay, so, thank you. Oh, God, airy. I'm just going to misspell it. The editor will scream at me later.
The centre focuses on research and development, focusing on compute-optic systems and biotechnology research.
Compute-optic
systems and biotechnology research.
So this is going to be a hard place to break into. And
that's okay. You have a someone with knowledge of the internals on hand.
We do?
Yes, he's a good boy.
Oh, our good boy. Okay.
But I think with his problem remembering, it might not come out so well.
Does Good Boy pipe up right now with any information that Good Boy remembers? Bolt? Do you know this is driving through around nuts?
Probably. He's sleeping through most of it.
Yeah. But his ears twitch whenever we say it.
So the file you're looking for is isolated on a high security computer subsystem.
It's isolated on a high security system.
Yep. Known as the executive system.
Sec system. The executive system.
You need to get a decker in there to crack the system and get the file.
Yep. Do we have a deco?
You do.
Yep. Is that me?
No, that's an NPC.
Okay, awesome. Alright. Can I just get the NPC's name while we're discussing?
Yeah, SoCal.
SoCal. Okay, thanks. Alrighty. Any other information?
So it needs to be done at 2 a.m. because that's where the shift is at its weakest. Done at any other time and you'll get caught.
Do you know if we have to be on site or whether our decker could do it from the site? I'm presuming on site.
Because it's an isolated system, he has to be on site.
Yeah, I was presuming that, but I'd like to confirm the obvious because it's bit me in the ass when I haven't done so before. Okay.
And she continues that she still insists on being there for all planning meetings.
Oh, so she needs to be there while we're planning all of this?
Which is why it's been 2 weeks and she's heard nothing, so she's a bit irate.
Alright, so Eve, Donovan. Okay. Alrighty, I can absolutely understand. I presume that's the extent of the information? Or?
Yep. So she has knowledge of the main systems of the Cavallard Center.
Yep.
Some information about applied security concepts. The center's security contractor.
The second, applied security
concepts. Basically the mercenaries who protects the building.
Sorry, riding as fast as I can. It's actually hurting quite a lot.
I'm sorry.
In charge. And you said she had knowledge of the main system of
the center that you're trying to break into.
Oh, yep. Yep.
And that Renraku installed the computer security.
And who's Renraku?
Another of the major corporations. So Mitsuhama and Renraku are two of the companies that currently run the globe.
And so what did Renraku just do?
They installed the security systems.
Installed security systems. Yep.
The computer security systems. You're back.
Wait, not quite. Mia's just woken up in a fair chunk of pain, so we might be a while.
Alright.
And the people who do the heavy lifting for them is called Russell Overland.
Russell or Russell?
Russell.
Russell?
It's a company.
And they're like a moving company, did you say?
Yeah, they move. Whatever crap it is, they need to have moved from one location to another.
How are they relevant? We could go in under the cover of being Russell Overland to move something, and that could get us in on site. Would that be the idea?
You have 3 company names that you could use to find an avenue to get in with, besides the parent company. So technically there are 5 companies you can infiltrate to get into this one spot.
Renraku, Russell, and Applied Security Systems.
As well as Mitsushumi and the
Mitsuhama.
Yeah, Mitsuhama.
And Cavallard. Yep.
Though of all of them, Cavallard, Applied Security, and Russell Overland are a softer target, whereas Renraku and Mitsuhama are basically suicide runs. Only the best of the best run against them. Direct.
Just a second. So you said Cavallard, Applied, and Russell. Yep. Alright, so it sounds like we use one of those as a cover to get in. So we need to line up SoCal. Then we need to line up our cover. And then go in and get the stuff. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right.
Okay. You guys are pretty well prepared for all of this. You don't happen to have access to any uniforms or anything like that. I'm not saying you have to have done it, but if we don't have to do that bit, it doesn't hurt to ask.
She doesn't have any other materials because she gave you the 50k up front to gather everything you needed.
That's fine. That's going to be our job. Alrighty.
Basically, she's sitting in on your planning to keep any fallout to her company as small as possible.
Okay, so my current thinking is that I'll poke the 3 softer cover approaches and see if I can get uniforms and get enough information to use one of them as a cover. Once I establish a solid cover under one of those, I will then line up SoCal to come in with us, and then we will give you a call just before we're about to do the run.
So in the last 2 weeks, she's also got wind that Fuji Industrial Electronics is also looking to make a play for the data. You have a rival organization, which is a 3rd top tier company. So you've got 3 companies now who control the world involved in your run. One company is a red flag.
Yeah, the 3's, yeah. Okay. Alright, so I guess I've got to go get me a cover. Would that be about right?
That would be about right.
In terms of gameplay, do we just presume Flogger and Bolter along with Georgie and I passively until they're able to rejoin us?
We can.
Yep. I just don't want them to, obviously you can't control baby, and if baby's in pain,
baby gets priority.
Needs attention. Okay. Thank you for your patience. And let her know that, having planned this far ahead, that unless she requires another meeting, I will give her an update on a phone call.
You said if you need to give her an update, request a meeting, say nothing over the phone.
Yeah, no, I wasn't planning to give details on the phone. Unless there's complications, I'll just be telling you we're going, and that's it. We're going out on our date.
But she wants to know the details of what you're doing.
Okay, so she wants to know who we've got and all that. Alright.
She wants to know the plan.
Okay, well, the plan's kind of not going to vary much outside of the detail being which company we're using as a cover. But yeah, she wants to have another meeting for 50 grand. She can have as many meetings as she likes. Well, when you actually look at it all, it's a potential for 100 grand. So I'm gonna take my team and go work on that, and then we'll give her a call when we're ready to have another meeting.
So what you missed in some of that conversation there was the implication that this was where Bolt was created.
Oh, okay, right. Bolt was created by
The research company.
Cavallard.
Yeah. This is where he escaped from.
Oh, so we need to be careful about where Bolt is.
Because Bolt may go nuts during the run.
Maybe Bolt should be doing backup of some sort, off-site.
But Bolt also has the potential of bypassing some of their genetic scanners because she'll be seen as authorized.
Okay, so
she's an asset and a detriment at the same time.
Would we technically need Bolt though if we've got a good enough cover with one of the other companies? Like if we've got a solid cover, say under applied security contracts, concepts. None
of those three have an all access pass.
Okay, so we might need Bolt to get into the internals anyway. So we need to have a...
Or if something goes sideways, you need a way to get out.
Get out, okay. Alright, so we need to have a conversation with Bolt about how that might look. But considering this might be a PTSD thing, there might not be a lot of control over her reaction. His reaction, sorry. Alright, well... thank you for that bit of information. That's actually really important. Created by these people and escaped. Did she escape from this particular facility?
Wait a sec. What was that, Em?
I'm just saying, sorry, we're almost back, but Mia's kind of woken up with, I think, teeth pain or some sort of pain.
That's okay.
Okay, Ariana's doing the planning for you, which you can hopefully watch again and figure out what you've gotten yourself into.
Oh, look, I can give you a
I
summary
knew
when you get back.
Job with this lady, but
it's okay. You're good.
Yeah, I don't remember much of the details.
It's okay. We'll update you when you're ready. All right. I presume I don't need any more information from her.
No, but you have lots of people you can contact and ask about.
Yep.
With the idea to keep where you're going as secret as possible.
Yeah. So I will give our goodbyes, and I think we don't need to stay where we are right now. Is there an ice creamery nearby?
There's lots of them. They have real...
Is there a good one?
Well, a lot of the stuff in the city centre, you sell actual dairy products.
Okay, well I'll take the boys to an ice creamery, a good ice creamery.
Now look at the prices. They look to be about 10 new a ice cream.
Is that expensive?
The ones you're used to are about 1 or 2.
I got 50 grand up front, right? I treat the boys to ice cream because I'm about to ask them to go on a run and it's dangerous, so I figure they should at least get ice cream up front. That's what I would want. Plus, we might take home.
He wants ice cream. I'll do anything for ice cream.
Well, that's a... I don't know that I'd do anything for ice cream, but I'm definitely up for some ice cream while I process this job and what it's going to involve. This could get pretty harrowing for Bolt. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
That is true.
Yay! I am going to have... I have a vanilla chocolate ice cream with a dark chocolate swirl with raspberry syrup and strawberry pieces in it, thank you.
They get you real strawberry pieces.
Ooh, nice.
You haven't tasted strawberry pieces for about 5-10 years.
I spent some time mindfully eating ice cream and just enjoying the fact that I got real strawberry pieces. Alrighty. What does Georgie get? Is Georgie there?
Georgie is currently...
Just vanilla, sorry, I have to, I'm not supposed to be on my phone here, so I'm just going to drop in when I can. But yeah,
No, that's
Oh,
fine.
good.
That's more than fine.
So Georgie's... You asked Georgie, and Georgie's just having this big triple scoop of vanilla.
Okay, nice.
His eyes are almost wider than the scoops.
Okay.
And they're pretty big scoops.
Do they do take-home tubs?
This one doesn't do much in the way of take-home stuff.
Oh, okay. That's a shame. I'll have to just come back later and remember where I'm at.
They generally make it from foot traffic because it's tourist area.
Yeah, that's fine. That's more than fine. Alrighty. After we finish, we'll head back to Maria's place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure the security there will be such that I can safely make phone calls from this area.
You can.
Okay.
You just have to be careful what you say.
Just gotta what?
Or you're always careful what you say on the phone.
Yes. I think I might make an initial phone call to SoCal to check his or her availability.
Well, he's staying at Maria Mercurial's place.
Oh.
He's been because his rig got fried and he's been
Okay, this is good.
trying to put it together at her place.
This works out for us. Okay. In which case, I sit down with SoCal and what can you give me a description of who SoCal is? What he/she looks like?
Okay. What have we got for SoCal?
Just a bit of background.
Trying to figure out what race he was.
It's okay. They're all
Yeah.
boys.
Who's all
Everyone's boys here.
Yep. Except for you.
Yeah.
And Maria.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Anyway.
Okay, so he is stick thin,
Okay.
clumsy,
Okay.
highly intelligent,
This is improving. Yep.
not a people person.
Okay. Okay, one-on-one though?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's more a if you talk tech, he understands.
Okay. I have an intelligence of 4. Will I understand and be able to talk tech enough to...
You can. You're one of the few members of the party who even come close to him.
Okay, alright. I fill SoCal in on what we're up to
Mm-hmm.
and ask if he'd be willing to help us out on this job.
Yeah, sure. He was getting paid for it anyway, but more than happy to help out on it as
Oh,
well.
okay, well I didn't know.
The others didn't know that either.
Okay,
Jeremy
well-
had made the arrangements.
Oh, okay. Well, this is really good of Desrin. So, I asked SoCal whether or not he can get me some information about applied security concepts,
Mm-hmm.
Russell Overland Movers, and Calivard Research Centre. What I particularly, the information that I'm after is schedules in particular, because I'm looking for a way in. So I'm looking for either a staff member at Calivard Applied. Actually, Russell Overland is probably our last choice. Cavilard's probably our best one. So I'm looking for some kind of basically. So either some kind of staff ID, uniforms, how to access and get hold of some, like a location of where the uniforms may be made or stored, that kind of stuff. Can he track that down?
Well, he's managed to get 2 names.
Yep. Sorry.
One goes by the name of Queen Conchita.
Conchita or Conchita?
Yeah, he shrugs. I'm not Spanish, I don't care.
Conchita, probably, because Conchita is Italian, I think.
And her real name appears to be Karen Whisper.
Karen Whisper. Okay, yep. And she is a Cavallard staffer?
Apparently she's got the system map for Cavallard Research Center.
So she's not a member of Cavallard as such. She has access to their system map. What do you mean when you say system map, Martin?
Imagine you have a diagram that tells you where all the technology works.
Okay.
And can turn things on and off by following that system map.
Okay, alright, so it's a pretty important piece of data.
Mm-hmm.
So is she like SoCal, someone who would be willing to sell that information? Or does she work for Cavallard and has set this up so Cavallard can operate properly?
As far as he can tell, she was just the girlfriend of a decker known as Neon Fever, who died a few months ago.
Oh, alright. What was your relation like, just out of curiosity?
He was good friends with Neon Fever.
Okay, and what was Neon Fever like?
A bit brash.
Okay, but generally likable, good at his job. Do you know how he treated Conchita?
He has no idea because he didn't even know about her until after he heard about his death.
Oh, well, okay.
They'd never met him. They'd never met in meat space.
Yeah, well, that's probably reasonable in our environment. Would that be right, Martin?
For hackers, yes.
Sorry, what was that last bit?
For hackers, yes. They generally don't meet in person.
Sorry, I just had stuff all over my hands. Okay. So, she doesn't technically work for Cavallard then?
She does not. All he heard was she was working as a barmaid and dancer at the Cutting Edge.
Yep. So, can we organise to buy this map from her?
If you speak to her, I'm sure you could.
Okay. Can you get me an in to talk to her? Like, do you have a contact for her? Can you do an introduction? I gather she doesn't talk to just anybody.
She never met me. She never spoke to me.
Okay.
She's not a hacker.
Could you tell me enough about Neon that perhaps maybe I could persuade her that I might have known Neon and therefore maybe persuade her to talk to me?
Possibly, but word's on the street that she's a bit peed off with the hacker community because, well, none of them showed up to his cremation.
Oh, I see. Oh.
We logged on.
Pardon?
We logged on.
Oh, I see. Oh. Well, you know, I can see why you guys would have logged on, but I can also understand her point of view. Do you know where she works or hangs out?
That's what I said a little bit ago. She works as a barmaid and dancer at the Cutting Edge. Cutting Edge.
Sorry, I was in the middle of barmaid, you said, and dancer.
Someone there should know how to find her.
Alright, I check in with the guys and see if they want to head out to the Cutting Edge.
Unless, of course, you want to hear about the other person.
Oh, sorry, there was another person. Did tell you I have a 2-second memory. Not as a character, as a player. Second person. The Cutting Edge.
Haruhiku. Haruhiko. Blake.
Give me a second here. Haruhiko. We'll go with that. No, it's a H. Haruhiko. Haruhiko. Who the hell makes up these names? Alright.
At least they're not the Spanish ones, they were worse for me. Yep. Last name Blake.
Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we could just go with Blake, right?
Yep.
Okay, so who is Haruhiku Blake?
He used to work at Mitsuhama.
Okay, so he's an ex. Yep.
So he might have some information from the Mitsuhama site that allows you access.
Okay.
But he has fallen from grace, so him sharing ex-corporate secrets is not unheard of.
Okay.
Just keep
So
in
might
mind
have some
that they
secrets
might
to
not
share.
be relevant still, but
Okay.
secrets are secrets. There might still be something no one shared yet.
Do you have any info there of what might make us more likable to Haruhiko?
Normally you're trying to stick something to Mitsuhama.
Okay. So maybe go in with the line of you can stick it to your old corp and make some money doing it.
Yep.
Alright. Just to get an idea of these people's lifestyles, would
Well, he'd probably suggest, instead of mentioning the corporation, just saying stick it to the corpse.
stick it to the corpse? Yep.
Because you are being paid for discretion, which means you shouldn't mention Mitsuhama or Cross-Applied Sciences
Okay.
to any of the contacts.
Or which is applied sciences?
Cross-Applied Sciences, the place you're doing the run against.
Okay. Applied sciences. What I meant in terms of lifestyle is what kind of dollars would light them up and get them interested? I don't want to overpay, but I don't want to insult them either.
For most people, that ranges between 100 and 1,000 credits.
Okay. Alright. Good to know. Do we know where Haruhiko hangs out?
Okay, so he has a chop shop somewhere.
Chop shop as in a car chop shop or a computer chop shop? Or
Body chop shop.
a body chop shop, like actual bodies.
Yeah.
Where the hell is B1 when you need him? Okay, so
And it's known under the nickname the Blood Brothers.
body chop shop called the Blood Brothers. Just for context in this world, what is a body chop shop? Like, how
A
are...
place where you get cyber gear added or removed,
Oh, okay, so...
or organs harvested.
Yeah, so black market organ trafficking and cybernetics and...
It's called a chop shop because
Yep.
it's not a hospital
Yep.
or a legal practice.
Did you say it was called the Blood Brothers?
That's the nickname it's
Yep.
going under. And it's a one of many chop shops run by that group.
Do we know what area this chop shop might be in? Something to narrow down the search?
It moves because it's illegal.
Oh, fair enough.
You might need to get through some of your more in-person contacts, finding out that sort of stuff.
Okay, right, yep.
Though he is supposedly the blood part of the Blood Brothers.
Okay. Any favourite bars or anything we know of for the Blood Brothers, or is that something I need to ask on the street?
That's something the street people would know more about.
Okay, alright.
If you're talking about Matrix hangouts, I could tell you lots about that sort of stuff.
No. I'm good. I think I've got the idea. Alrighty.
And there's some real good virtual places where you can meet some of the cyber celebrities.
Well, at this stage, because this job has come up as being a little bit more urgent since we've had it for several days and we haven't done anything with it, I think I need to focus on getting this done before I meet anyone anywhere. Not, socially. Alrighty, I thank Sokal. And leave him back to his Matrix forum where potentially scam celebrities are hanging out. I don't say that out loud.
Well, he's one of the scam celebrities.
Oh, in which case I indicate that I understand entirely and am impressed.
He's sometimes an Iberian prince helping people for gold.
Does that work, actually? You know,
yes.
Does it? It really does work.
Yep.
Oh, good to know.
And sometimes he helps them, depending on how gullible they are.
Interesting, and also good to know.
Because those are the ones he helps come back with more gold, and it's worth the time. And then he scams them and walks off.
Oh, good job. I'm gonna try and gracefully leave without commenting on the ethical conundrum he presents.
Hey, he lives by scamming people online.
Well,
that's how he pays his bills.
To be honest, I don't disapprove of it. It's just not something that I would choose to do as my own job. Everyone's scamming somebody as far as Shadow's concerned. It's just, you know, whether or not you can hold on to some of your money in
Well,
places.
he mainly targets corporates who can afford it.
Yeah, well, in which case we're probably we share a brotherly, for lack of a better word, interest, because that's precisely what I used to do. I might help him out doing that later if he trusts me. Does that make sense?
It's always good to have someone new come in and help bamboozle the noobs, as he puts it.
Bamboozle the noobs. Sorry, I'm not so good on the speak. No, I won't get distracted by asking who he's scammed recently, because I really want to know, but I really need to get onto this job. I can't really afford to be distracted. So, yeah, I thank him, tell him I look forward to running some scans with him later, and head off to get the rest of the group. And I think we'll hit the cutting edge, and while we're at the cutting edge we might see if we can find out where the Blood Brothers hang out and see if we can track down Mr. Blake.
On the bright side, Shadowrun is all about the contacts.
Yeah.
So the suggested contacts, because you guys are still fairly new at it, is a contact who's a bartender, a club owner, a decker, a gang boss, or a member of a gang, a rocker, a street cop.
A what?
Rocker.
Rocker, yeah.
So rocker is basically what you expect, someone who's a rock star.
Yeah.
Or want to be a rock star.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, I already wrote this one.
A street cop, a doc, a mage, a samurai, or a shaman. They're people who might know details about who you're looking for.
Okay, so after game, or when I rewatch this game, I'll write down those down so that I can ask for those kind of people in the future. Just a side commentary. Sabotage, my favourite and oldest metal band, one of the only non-laminated posters in here. The irony. All the Iron Maiden ones, yeah. There we go. Alright. Let's grab the gang and hit the cutting edge. Don't suppose they serve ice cream? I could do it 2 serves today.
It's a bar, they don't always serve ice cream.
No, I was just trying to be light-hearted and a little bit flippant.
Whereas the people who might know about Mr. Blake, burned out mage, a detective, a fixer, a gang boss or member, a squatter, a street doc, a mage, a samurai, a shaman, or a yakuza boss.
Wow, okay.
They sort of give you some idea of what sort of person you're looking for, by who might know them.
I might need you to, unless you want to really slowly repeat the list while I write it down, I might need you to repeat that list when we get to the cutting edge. Because I think, are other people online at the moment listening to this?
They are. I believe we've got Unhappy Teething Baby, and someone who's in a space he shouldn't be talking on the phone with.
Okay, alright. Just if they remember the types of people to look out for, they can maybe prompt me to ask them, because I can't remember any of either of those lists. Outside of Rocker and Shaman, I remembered those 2. And Yakuza. Ah, look, I got 3. But yeah, we'll head to the cutting edge.
Okay,
first.
so before we do that, I might actually see if you want any of those as contacts, as a contact.
Okay, so do you need to read the list out and I need to pick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, since you're going to read the list out again, let me find my pencil that I just sharpened. Why did it disappear?
Magic.
Okay, so this is for the barmaid, the contacts?
Wait a second,
Because you listed 2 lists.
I'll just add Ross in.
Yep.
Because he's available.
Oh, awesome. Does that mean I've got time to get myself something to eat quickly?
Get yourself something to eat quickly, and I'll fill Ross in into where we're up to. Hey, Ross.
Hello.
So
I got confused with that text, that's all.
it's okay. It's hard when you have a player and the GM sharing the same name.
Yep.
Which is why mine has a flame, which hasn't changed, to make it less confusing as possible.
Oh, the thing is, I was reading it on my phone.
Okay, so Ross, what you've missed out on is Shadow Star's come in because Bolt has got a message from Eve Donovan asking what the hell's going on, why haven't you gotten back to me about planning, because you said I'd be there at all the planning, when all the planning you've done is accept the job.
Oh, okay.
And you accepted the job on the 20th of February in session, and in session it's now the 1st of March.
So, nearly a week.
No,
no, you're looking at about 11 days.
Yeah. I'm a troll, remember?
Mm-hmm.
A week. Yep. Yeah, so, you remember Traveller? The role-playing game?
Yep.
I've never played it, but I know of it.
Yeah, Womp just had a big swig of Traveller's Brew.
So your character has a...
He's been out of it for a couple of days and he has no idea what he's done.
Oh, I see. Yep, alright.
Now, Womp wakes up and he's currently got the rest of the gang sitting around him talking about going to a strip joint called the Cutting Edge.
Okay.
And the only comment he really latched on to was, I hope they've got ice cream.
That sounds a little more like a Ripperdocs shop. Sure, it's a strip joint.
I'm not sure of anything, but I know that we've got 2 contacts for this job. One's Queen Conchita,
a dancer at the Cutting Edge,
aka Karen Whisper. She is a barmaid and dancer at the Cutting Edge.
Okay.
And she used to date a Decker known as Neon, who died recently. And that guy was doing something to do with MCT and has a system map that Neon had of MCT's whole system, which would be really useful for this job. So we want to track her down and see if we can buy the map off her.
Okay, so you basically want some bodyguards.
Yes.
I have no idea what you just said.
Yes, I would like bodyguards. And I am happy to reward good bodyguarding with ice cream. Lots of ice cream.
Yeah, plus I also need some help on tracking down some magic shops as well. They'll probably
More than happy to help you with that.
I'm getting mugged by a Sean puppy dog.
I'd rather be mugged by a dog any day.
The first thought in my head was, that sounds a bit rough.
Yeah, of course.
Very much sounds a bit rough.
He sounds very roughy. Alrighty.
Yep.
So, let's all go 28.
Come on.
And the other reminder they gave...
oh, sorry, we're going to go through contacts, just as Ross came on.
And the other reminder they gave was they need to make sure all the planning for the run goes through Eve Donovan before you actually do the run.
Yeah.
Because that was part of what you're being paid for.
Yeah.
So what, Eve Donovan's the fixer, is he? Or what?
She's the person who hired you. Remember when you went to the Matchsticks bar at the base of the Seattle Needle?
Oh, vaguely.
That was 9 sessions ago.
Yeah.
So that's basically what she does.
Okay.
Don't ask, I'll be back in a second.
So, all good on that end. And she's also the one that was offering 50,000 up front with 35 upon completion and another 15 if you can do it quietly for a file off their system.
Yeah. Quietly's not going to. I'm not sure how we're going to do that.
No, she does recommend you try because if you're loud, there's a good chance you won't make it out.
Yeah. Is Flogger coming?
We think so.
he
On a
has
player
problems with
basis,
doors,
Josh
remember?
and Emmy are currently settling a Mia who has some very sore gums.
And you won't be doing the run tonight. You've still got to do all the planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying because he doesn't like doors.
No, he likes doors. He just likes to collect them.
But makes lots of noise while doing it.
Well, you know, it's not exactly a job you do quietly.
And then on top of this, you were told that Fuji Industrial Electronics is also interested in the same data and have their own group of team trying to acquire it.
Okay.
Which has happened in the week or so since you took the job on.
So we're under pressure. We need to get going.
Yeah. Because basically we would need to get there before they do.
Yep. That is the idea.
Okay, so I'll have to get my mop, bucket, and cleaner outfit.
Possibly. We'll see. We'll see how we go.
And so you had two contacts, the Queen Conchita and the Haruhiku Blake.
Mr. Blake. Let's just call him Blake. That works, right?
I was in the middle of pronouncing it.
Sorry. Please.
So you got the two I just said.
Haruhiku?
Yeah. And you got contacts of the Cutting Edge, and I suggested that if you had actual contacts for your characters, these are the sort of contacts that may help you find them. So for Queen Conchita, you would have bartender, club owner, decker. You don't need to know all of them, you just need to have one of them.
Yeah.
Gang boss or member, a rocker, a street cop, a doc, a mage, a samurai,
Well, I like the samurai.
or a
one.
shaman.
I've got a few of those down though, so I'm happy with that.
So one of those, I was going to suggest that a party member take one of those as a contact.
Yep. I'm happy for someone else to take a contact. That'll give me a chance to eat my dinner.
Oh, the mage sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Georgie's happy to have Rocker if you want as well.
Oh yeah. I like the idea of a rocker.
A rocker can give us future work, potentially also access to certain places we may have not yet.
Yep.
And Georgie can pretend to be his bodyguard.
Yeah. Yeah, this
So,
sounds good.
does Georgie actually want to use Maria as a rocker contact?
Yeah.
Is it he's been sleeping in her apartment?
Nah.
Sounds good.
Now we just thought Bolt was the only dog in the room.
Woof.
But Maria has got the habit of probably beating the crap out of him, depending on which personality comes in.
Beating the crap out of Georgie. You worried about Georgie getting the crap beaten out of him?
No, I'm worried about Georgie, I have to say.
Well, she does have martial arts training.
Sorry, what was that?
She does have martial arts training, and she one-shot one of your attackers right between the eyes and killed him.
Yeah, no, that's alright.
Yeah, while in the other room.
She can beat the shit out of Georgie, and Georgie might enjoy it. Don't king shame her.
Yeah. I reckon she's probably got mantis blades in her arms as well.
Whatever she's got, Georgie might enjoy it. Don't shame him.
No, no one is.
So, who did one pointer have as a contact?
I'll go for the mage, please.
Okay, so corporate mage, university mage.
Aren't they the same thing?
Not necessarily.
Most corporations run the universities.
Universities normally have research mage, whereas a corporate mage normally is someone who protects or assassinates.
I'll go for university.
That's lame.
And what did Shadowstar think was a good contact for?
Oh, I get a contact.
Sorry,
I'm going to go Shaman, if no one else has chosen Shaman. So, Georgie went for Rocker and Maria. And so what did Ross go for?
He went for a university mage.
Okay.
And is there a favourite animal you'd like your shaman to be associated with? Each has their benefits and drawbacks.
Might go with cat.
I thought it would be a cat.
Well, I'm thinking about in terms of.
Is it going to be cat or big cat?
Well, that's just what I was debating because like I'm thinking of. Well, I know there'll be disadvantages, but I'm thinking of advantages like stealth, possibly a capacity for visions or seeing things. You know, that
Normally
kind of
they
magic.
don't go on runs with you. These are people you talk to.
Yeah, but they might be able to have gained. So if it's a cat shaman, they may have stealthed in somewhere and gotten access to information. That kind of thing.
So, which one of you three now want to call up your contact and ask him for help?
Well, I just currently want to go to the bathroom, so
Will be one of the other two.
Someone else. Yep. So that is Womp and Shadow, and we went cat, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, change it quickly.
What would you like to change it to?
Owl. Cat's probably been done, but owl's probably done a lot too. But just struck me as a
Any animal is perfectly fine, even mythological animals.
What sort of mythological animals?
Unicorn, dragon.
I could have had a unicorn.
Yeah. Do you want unicorn?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you have wings?
A pegacorn.
Yes, please.
Okay, so it's now a pegacorn.
So the shaman's a maiden, is she?
Yep, that works. I'll be back in a sec.
I'm sure there are so many bad jokes we can throw at that one. So, Ross, did you want to be calling your mage contact?
I'm just remembering. Okay, mage contact involving that technology and things like that.
Mage contact involving a stripper at a strip joint.
Oh, okay.
As you're trying to find out details on Queen Conchita.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, I'll try that. They might have divining spells or something like that. Actually, do divining spells actually exist?
They do, but
that's more shamanistic, isn't it? Because that's vision.
Let's see.
Or I'll probably start talking to them about that too. what type of. So I'll probably end up drifting off into conversation about that, saying what type of divining spells are there. I know you've got your shaman stuff with your dream walking and all that crap.
Well, normally it's predict. Predict allows you to find out stuff.
I thought predict was more on the future stuff.
It is, but future can be, will I find this? How do I find this? In the future, you'll find this at this location.
Not any clairvoyance or... bloody hell, now I've got mental block of looking into the past.
There may be some of that as well.
Yeah.
But working with the framework I have.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. You get him on the line. What name would you like to give your mage?
Rakadash.
Rakadash
Yeah.
here. What would you like, Mr. Womp? Have you decided to enroll in the course like I've been suggesting you do so?
When I get around to it.
Only 5,000 union up front and only 1,000 a month after that?
Yeah, I'm just saving up at the moment because I basically want to pay it a lump sum so I don't have to worry about... Actually, how much was the lump sum? Okay.
It depends on how well you study, because if you have bad scores, you have to repeat, which is more money.
And this is basically how the uni gets their money. So how many successes are there? What's the success rate?
Well, we have one person from each class of 20 normally gets signed by the end of the class, and we have about 1 in 20 normally gets shoveled into the morgue because they weren't quite as gifted with magic as they thought they were.
Actually, that's not bad. I expected the mortality rate to be higher.
Oh no, we pride ourselves on keeping people alive for as long as possible. But if they don't follow the rules, then there's a good chance that they might burn themselves out literally.
True. Just after some information, if you're able to, about divining spells and things like that. Also, if you happen to know about a... Oh, damn, I've already forgotten the name. Don't write down the name so I don't forget.
Queen Conchita.
Queen Conchita.
Out of the Cutting Edge.
Out of the Cutting Edge, which still sounds like a ripper doc.
It says, yeah, he's been to that bar. That's pretty cool. They'd like to incorporate magic in their acts.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that does sound interesting.
It means they don't have to pride themselves on their looks as much when you can make them look pretty with magic.
Ah, so they're doing the illusional style, not the flashy style where they can do like light shows and all that stuff.
Now they do all that too, but if you've got the person there and they've got some time, why not make your stripper look 10 years younger?
Oh, okay.
Or like an elf, or a troll, or a orc, or whatever the hell you want to make them look like on the night.
That sounds interesting.
The reason it's called the Cutting Edge is they're using the best in magic illusions.
Oh, okay. I thought it was physical augmentation, not magical augmentation.
Well, there's a bit of that too, but why bother when magic hides everything?
And it's cheaper.
They don't get to take it with them when they leave.
True. And there's no medical fees, things like that for surgery. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
They got to be relatively healthy, so sometimes you got to heal some of their gooey bits.
Yep. What we were after with Queen?
Queen Conchita. You're trying to get details on how to get in touch with her.
So, what do you know about Queen Conchita?
Give me a sec. I'll see if I can remember anything about it from when I was there last. Apparently I've still got her phone number on file.
Oh, okay.
Is this Ross's contact?
Yep. Rakadash, the university professor who's trying to get him to join a course where he pays money for very little.
I love the name. And the concept.
Yeah, but it's still a foot in the right direction.
It's still a what?
Foot in the right direction.
Ah, yes. No, I said I loved it as in I really do love it.
Yeah. Cool. So you're cool. You've got a number. So you're on speaking terms with her.
Oh yeah, I used to go to her performances. She sort of stopped doing them for a little while after her partner Frank Gaza had a sudden cardiac incident.
Wow.
Okay.
Neon?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He doesn't know him as Neon.
No.
Frank Gaza. Okay, so what was it? What caused the cardiac arrest?
His heart stopped. That normally does it, he says.
Yeah, but method, was it like a gunshot in the heart, or drugs, or what?
He was poor. They did investigate. Cause of death was heart stopping as far as they were concerned. Case closed. Move along. Next person in. You know what it's like for the lower class of the city.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
He didn't have enough clout behind him to further an investigation into how he died, let alone who killed him if he was killed.
Okay.
So there's reports on the news about a orc corporate who got his head snapped off.
Head snapped off?
Yeah, looks like someone had hit him from beneath hard enough to break his neck and almost take his neck off his shoulders.
Don't say anything about that one, Womp. Cough, Georgie, cough.
Sounds like somebody might have gone cyberpsychosis or troll going berserk.
Rumours are that it was a troll. Hoping it wasn't you.
Do you need anything?
Nah, I don't take heads off. If it was me, it would be more bludgeoned to death.
No. So, Ross, you're very much don't look at me.
Huh?
Well, apparently there was a lot of collateral damage in the area as well, but only one reported death.
So, in that case, only one notable death. Fair enough.
Yes, unfortunately, that's how they work.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just put him on mute at the moment. What else did you want me to find out about Queen?
Well, we want to get the system map of her, so we want as much information we can that might ingratiate us towards her, and we also want to find out where to find her.
Well, I can get a mobile number, but the problem is, oh wait, so you could probably ping that, can't you?
Yeah, and we need to also get Nin, you know, maybe with her ex, maybe if we can get some details that might make her sympathetic towards us and more willing to sell this system map to us than anyone else.
Okay. Bloody hell, then I'll get mugged by a cat.
I don't know, does she have an affinity for cats and got a favourite cat? We can, you know...
Okay.
Does she collect Star Wars tokens?
Yeah, well, that's back on. So how well do you know Queen, other than you've got a mobile number?
Well, I met her husband quite a few times. He reckoned he was some big Decker ne'er-do-well who who was becoming famous all around the world.
Perfect for Shadowrun.
But I never actually saw any articles about him anywhere.
Okay, I thought that was the Frank.
Well,
That was Frank.
Oh, okay.
I never actually knew what his handle was, or I never remembered it. I was never good with that side of the technology.
just while we're having this conversation, am I able to like do the equivalent of an internet search for the partner Neon under both the Frank name that I've ever heard and his stage name?
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll afterwards when it's appropriate.
Martin,
Yep.
we might have to call it for tonight. Bob's pretty unsettled still. So we might just chill out in bed with her and see if she falls back to sleep. We've been trying for the last 45 minutes to get back to sleep, but
We understand it might not happen for a while.
but enjoyed what little game we were able to play.
We'll be all ready for next time.
On the bright side, it's actually recording the audio tonight instead of last night.
Oh,
But we'll hopefully see you online on Friday.
Sounds
Night,
good.
guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Hopefully Bob
Good night.
feels better soon.
so how much did she really like Frank?
Well, she sort of preached he was the love of her life.
That could be our in.
Yeah, but what did you think? Would you want to know who killed him? Because I don't think it was a natural occurrence.
She did suspect as technology.
Oh.
Because that's a fourth of the big players.
I know.
Yeah.
They're
It
about
wouldn't
the only
surprise
ones we've
me.
dealt with so far, regularly.
They like squashing things.
And hearts, apparently. But I don't say that out loud.
She may have some of Frank's gear if you offer her some money for it. I'm sure she'd be happy to snap it up to pay the bills.
Actually, speaking of which, if she, I've got a Decker friend who had their system blew up, so a good system probably wasn't too bad.
I can't guarantee his system's working. He was apparently using it when he had his problem.
Oh, okay. But there's a good chance they're probably still working if there wasn't any smoke or any burn marks on the console.
He never saw the system, but he can't guarantee he'd want her. Anyone would actually buy a system that someone died using.
Unless they're strapped for cash.
Well, people will sell stuff, but very few people will buy a system like that. The Dead Man system is a walking time bomb.
This deck is crazy. He blew up the last one doing stupid things, so that's the reason why we're looking for something that somebody would want to get rid of.
Are you talking about SoCal, Ross?
I'm basically stretching the truth.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think if we know how to get in contact with her, and we know that she was very fond of him, I think that might be enough.
Yeah, so, would you be able to put in a word for me then?
You can. How much are you willing to pay for whatever he's got?
I look at money bags.
Ballpark was between 100 and 1,000.
For information, but we're talking about technology here.
Oh, okay.
He's wanting to
Can I have a quick race over to Solcal and ask Solcal for a board park for reasonable price for that sort of thing and how useful that would be?
Just depending on how well it works, it could be anywhere from 10,000 New Yen up to a couple of million.
I'd be lowballing if I said 5.
You probably get it for 5, whatever it is, if she doesn't understand the tech and what it's worth.
So I could start at 5 and work my way up there. Where would you put your ceiling?
He wouldn't want to go over 10, but
Okay.
he would recommend going in at about 1 or 2.
Yep.
And seeing if she will buy it, because basically if you're too eager with the money, she'll just ramp it up very quickly.
Yep.
Yeah. Presuming I've had this conversation away from what I pass this information on to him either by whispering in his ear or by him muting or by writing it down.
Yep.
I give him the figures of what we're willing to negotiate or start negotiating at and so on.
We're offering that, was it 2?
Yeah. Start with
Being
2.
very persuasive. But I would have to speak to her about that, unless you want to be the middleman.
Oh, we'd prefer to deal with her direct if we could.
Yeah.
We're happy to give him something for his time and an introduction.
I think for his time it'd be by spending 5,000 enrolling his class.
No. Well, you can if you want to, but you do have 50 grand sitting around in your pocket.
Oh, you did have to say that out loud.
I didn't say that out loud. I said that as a player.
That's okay. So I've given your fixer a surname.
Yep.
So his surname is Rakadesh Sanchez, formerly from Aslan.
Rakadesh Sanchez. Rakadesh Alright, I've got it. That's our university mage. Okay, awesome.
He promises he has no connection with as technology, constantly in classes.
Do we believe him?
Very few people would.
Okay. Alrighty. So will he set up a meet for us?
He's more than happy to set up a meet for you.
Cool. Alright. I will let you close out the call if you'd like to. Not that it was my call to begin with, but I gather you know what I mean.
Yep, just basically get him to send all the information about his courses again, because I lost them due to the fact they were in the other phone.
Oh no, so Cal recovered it. He had everything backed up.
Okay, I'll have to go through his courses again.
Yeah. Because SoCal keeps a backup of all your stuff. Because you keep breaking phones.
Yeah.
Well, you know. Isn't that what a runner does? Breaks things?
They do it all in their own way.
Alright.
Okay, so takes about an hour and then you get a message back saying that if you go down to the cutting edge and ask for Winslow the bartender.
Winslow, yep.
If you pay him, he'll see to it that you get your chips.
Okay. Why have I got a sneaky feeling this is a black bartender with a 1970s haircut?
I'm sure he's got a single blade over the back of his shoulder as well.
I'm hoping you're not profiling. Let's just put it that way.
No, I'm just thinking of Love Boat.
Yeah.
I think that guy, the bartender, was Winslow.
Ah, yeah.
Or was it Winston? Winston.
Might be Winston.
Winston.
To be honest, my memory's probably
Yeah.
twice as crap as yours.
Okay, so you've now got a date with one of your potential informants.
Awesome. Shall we try to contact one of the other ones? or go on our date?
Oh, let's see. You've got.
I think maybe go on the date. Get what information.
Well, Georgie's contact.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately, David's dropped out.
Oh, David's dropped out. So, how about we go on our date?
And there's also for the second contact person you could potentially have another contact of burned out mage, detective, fixer, gang boss or member, squatter, street doc, mage, samurai, shaman, and yakuza boss.
Did you say burned out detective?
Burned out mage.
Mage.
Also mage you can't use magic anymore.
Right, but he's a detective.
Yeah, I thought you were saying a burned out detective mage who speaks to a skull.
Okay, alright.
So a burned out mage, or a detective, or a fixer, or a gang boss or member, or a squatter, or a street dog.
A detective.
So you want your character to have a connection with a detective?
Oh, I thought I was going with the
you can't have multiple contacts.
Oh, okay. Yes,
these are
I'll
people
go with
you've
the
been talking to.
Yes.
Most people generally end up with about 6 to 10 contacts, and I'll be doing it slowly.
Yep.
So I don't have them come up with all 10 contacts before they've played the character.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I just wasn't.
And if no one's got a relevant one, that's when I ask, would anyone like one of these contacts?
Yep.
Yeah, so my only other contact's the was it the 7-Up or whatever, the store owner?
So Ross, you had the... Actually, you didn't actually have any other contact down, because you kept missing the contact sessions.
Oh, okay.
So Desrin has 2 contacts. At the moment we have Desrin with a Stuffer Shack employee, Georgie with
he's got the employee, fair enough.
a Matrix personality, Martin with a smuggler, Josh with Fight Club, and then Desrin again with Perfecto Polymers contact.
Who was the security guy? The guys that we dealt with that I blew away the apparition or whatever, the demon thing.
That's the Fight Club.
Yeah.
You didn't grab a contact with them at the time.
No.
You can still get a contact with them later, but that's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, did you want a second contact while you're here?
Me or Ross?
Ross.
Ross, yeah. It's probably a good idea.
So, did you want a burned out mage, a detective, a fixer, a gang boss or member, a squatter, a street doc, another mage, a samurai, a shaman, or a yakuza boss?
I'll go for a street doc. Because, yeah, they sometimes I'll probably offer my services to him if he needs some help.
Okay, so which region does your street doc work in?
This is Ross, yes?
Well, I've only been in the Redmond area. Unless there's another area that I can go to without any problems.
Possible. Street docs can be found in most places. Generally, they're the in the hard to get to places. So next question with that one is what name did you want to give your street doc?
Ebenezer.
Yeah. You inspired by the Christmas spirit?
No, it's more of Ebenezer be good or whatever. The drug.
Yeah.
Which I think was inspired by a Christmas Story.
Yeah.
So Ebenezer. Did you want to give them a surname, or did you want me to just come with the first one I've come across on the internet?
Probably just the first one if you come across the... That is not Scrooge.
Yeah.
Okay, Ebenezer Asaria.
That's a good name. I like it.
So he's a sideline of being an artist.
An artist?
Yep. 3D artist.
Ooh. So that's his hobby.
He makes money out of it. Probably could do a living with it, but he enjoys cutting people up too much.
That could be problematic.
Well, a street dog, they pay him to cut it. They pay him to cut them off.
Oh, a street doc, as in a doctor. I thought you said doc, D-O-C-K, or dot, as in D-O-T. I was going to ask you after the game, what is that? But a street doc.
Yeah, that's a guy that you either go to sell your body parts or have additional parts put on, or you get stitched back together.
Well, actually, that would be a good contact because Mr. Harrow Hiko Blake is connected to the Blood Brothers, who have a body chop shop, which would probably have contacts with street docs because they deal in illegal body parts. So that's actually a good choice.
Aren't they the cybernetic freaks?
There are a lot of cybernetic freaks out there.
Yeah, but aren't they the really freaky guys?
But the Blood Brothers,
Yeah.
they are amongst the really freaky guys, yes.
What the hell are we dealing with then?
Because one of them used to work for Mitsuhama.
That's the guy that designed.
That's the company that owns the people you're trying to infiltrate.
That's who we're stealing off.
Oh, okay, so we've got a chance that we can get the Blood Brothers on us and the Yakuza. Let's see how many people we can piss off.
Oh, you know, it's not.
Well, the guy was washed out from the AAA corporation.
Yeah.
Which means
You might have a lot to
as
sell.
long as you don't name drop, which you've been told not to,
Yeah.
you've got a chance of him just wanting to stick it to a AAA corp.
No name dropping here.
Okay.
Because he helped found the Blood Brothers after he was booted from the AAA corp.
He was a founding member.
Yep.
Oh.
He's known as the blood of the Blood Brothers.
Yep.
So he's now bad blood.
Yeah.
No, just blood.
The joke, but I do.
He's the sort of person any cyber samurai up and comer wants to get on their table.
Okay, that's good to know too.
He's got a reputation of getting the job done.
Okay. That is. It's going to be. I think it'll be very helpful to have a
So
street dog.
he's human or elf or orc?
You're expecting that he is Asian. Beyond Asian, he might be orc, he might be elf, he might be something else, depending on. He would unlikely be elf or dwarf because they were born that way and they would have been washed out of the Japanese organization rather quickly. Yeah. So he may have manifested as orc or troll as his kick-out point.
Oni haven't fronted up yet, have they?
They may have, hard to tell. Most people will not understand it, and that's normally from the Halley's Comet returning in the timeline, which hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I just didn't know which time, because I think the trolls are only just fronted up, so that's like, Onis don't front up until like 40 years later, isn't it?
I think they front up in the next 5 to 10 game years.
Yeah.
But it's when Halley's Comet returns, Tail the Comet. But Night of Rage, where trolls appeared and all that, is about 10-15 years. So you've come to the point where natural-born trolls are dying before their parents who converted.
Yep.
So it's now become noticeable that anyone who changed into a troll has a longer lifespan than anyone who was born a troll.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, they also took longer to go through puberty than the current trolls.
Oh, okay. Also noteworthy. So this is the chronology of the Shadowrun era that we're in?
Yep.
Okay.
2050 means a lot of stuff has gone down already.
Yep. You mean we're only 26 years away, or 27 years away from having trolls in our world?
No, trolls are in the world.
No, I mean in real life.
In real life, sorry.
Elves and trolls.
In real life, we should already have elves and dwarves, and I think we're close to the point of trolls and orcs manifesting and appearing in the Shadowrun timeline.
That's kind of cool.
Because elves were supposed to have been born in 2011.
I feel like we've missed out.
It's a shame.
And dragons have been around since day dot.
Since around 2011.
Of course
as well.
I have. Which is why I've been worshipping them since I was a young child. Alrighty. So, are we talking to the second contact now, Martin, or?
Did you want to call up Ebenezer Asaria?
I think it might be a good idea.
I'm just trying to work out what to ask you.
Well, so the details we've got on Haruhiko Blake. So we've got 2 contacts in relation to this job. Of people that will help us get a cover and get into MCT. So do you remember what the contract is at all? Ross?
Contacts.
I'll briefly summarise the game. So we got a call early on at the start of the game from Eve Donovan, as Martin said, because we need to steal the Silver Angel file out of Cavallard Research Centre, which is owned by Mitsuhama Computer Technology. They have applied security concepts running their security. They have Renraku, who installed the security system, Russell Overland, the people who move everything in and off site for them. So we identified a couple of covers there. The most viable cover is Cavallard Research Centre staff. That would give us the most access to the areas that we need. And then in looking at actual contacts for getting information for actually carrying out the job, we got Queen Conchita, Karen Whisper, who had the system map, which gets us to find all the files and everything. So that's the one that you just did with the mage just now with the dead partner who's had the heart attack. The other contact we were given was Haruhiko Blake, which was burned. He's an ex-Mitsuhama Computer Tech employee. And so it was suggested he might have some corporate secrets to share, as long as we don't reveal who we're working for and why we want the stuff, and we apply the stick it to the corpse type of theme. He worked in cross-applied sciences, as far as I can tell. He now, or has had over the past bit of time, that body chop shop. And as Martin was saying, he was the Blood in the Blood Brothers, the nickname for the thing. So we want to get an in with him to get whatever secrets he can share about Matsuma. So we want to know how to gain his favour, any weaknesses he might have, any leverage we might be able to get, or if we can't get leverage, an idea of how to come at him to convince him to sell us what information he has, and get as much information as we can out of him so that we can get the job done as quietly and as quickly as possible, because we've got to beat out our rival Shadowrunners, sorry. And who were they? They were
Fujitsu.
Sorry, where's
Fuji.
that? Fuji. Yeah, I don't have them written down. I'll have to write them down.
Yeah, so was it the Mitsu or whatever, the company that he was working for? That's who we're trying to steal from, correct?
Yeah.
A subsidiary of that company is who you're trying to steal from.
Yeah, so Cavallard Research Group, Cavallard Research Centre, they're owned by MCT, which is who Blake used to work for.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
So it's not like you don't have enough AAA corporations involved.
No, no.
Well, on the plus side, we don't have Lilitech.
No, that's yeah. Don't say that just yet.
I'm sure that can happen.
Yeah, that's. I'm like, don't jump on that just yet.
So, Mr. Blood Blake.
Yeah, I'm calling him Mr. Blake because that's easier than everything else.
Mr. Blake. Of the Bloods.
Of the Bloods.
And just so you know, when you actually get the information, I will walk you through multiple approaches.
Yep.
The flashy way.
Yep.
The violent way.
Yep.
The quiet way.
That's the way.
The subtle way.
That's the other way.
The unexpected visitor way.
The last three are probably our best chances. Alrighty.
I have the entire section dedicated to this module called Beating the System, which outlines each of those as options.
Well, that sounds good. So what was the mage's name again? Ebenezer?
Ebenezer
He's the fixer. He's the Ripper.
Yep. Alright. Shall we go pay him a visit?
So, was it the quiet way? Is that the using persuasion and that?
You won't know until you get the information you need to be able to make that run. Without the information, some of these runs aren't possible.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just trying to, because persuasion, and that's one of my better skills.
Yeah, I'd suggest that. Yeah, that's, and because we get an extra 15k if we keep it absolutely quiet, we're going to do everything we can.
That's going to pay for the expenses.
Yeah, yeah. Well, between us, we've all got 50k each for expenses, so. I'm guessing because it's a street doctor, maybe we want to visit him in person.
Yeah, I was planning on doing that. Visit.
Yep. Do we know where to find him?
He does, but he's going to take him an hour or so to get out there.
Okay, alright, well, let's head out that way.
Okay, so you jump on a tram and head out into the train station, then take a train out into the suburbs.
Yep. Did you say a region, Martin?
Yep, Redmond region.
Redmond region, that's it.
That's where your characters grew up and spent most of their time.
Okay. This is good to know as well.
So you have to drop by and get yourself some rat burgers on the way.
Good. I need a bit of protein.
At least this food tastes real.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the stuff you buy elsewhere.
I don't object to eating rat.
You helped catch some of them.
Yeah.
It's probably how we survived as kids, would be my guess.
It is. And many adults still make a living catching rats. Because if they let the rats get out of control, then the people have to leave.
Yeah. So we get out to the Redmond region, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you show up at your street dock. There is a line waiting out the door.
Yep.
Oh, he's busy.
That could be good, at least for him. Maybe not good for us.
There's quite a few people which look as if they've been shot by stray bullets.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Wait a sec, wasn't Redmond starting to get a little bit safer?
It has its moments.
I was going to say, maybe.
And it also, you also do have trigger-happy police and security guards.
Yeah, true.
It would be nice if you could say, I'm never going to get shot at.
And yeah, you never get shot at, and you die by getting either a blunt force trauma to the head or decapitation by a sword.
Which is actually a thing. Which is scary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you find yourself waiting in line.
Yep. How well do we know this street dog?
Well, Womp knows him pretty well, enough to know his
Actually,
name.
no, I'll actually walk in.
I was going to say, do we want to go in by a back door so that no one sees us skipping the queue?
No, yeah, I'll go in the back door.
Yeah. Is this, do you want accompaniment? I don't mind accompanying you.
You can,
I can tag along?
yeah, you can tag along.
Okay, what's the significance of the code you punch in?
So, what's the significance?
It's well, it's my little code, which is BBC1.
Yep.
Okay, so after putting in the code and having your thumb scanned, which leaves a few drops of blood behind.
That's impressive. A few drops of blood.
Well, they generally don't discourage people from playing with their tech.
Yeah.
And if it requires real blood to living blood to get access,
Get to function.
then less people are going to attempt it with different combinations.
Even if it's the correct combination, it still does it.
Yep.
Yep. This is too easy. I'm just going to roll it backwards.
Just not as bad. Doesn't have the electrical shock.
Yeah, the wrong combination does cause problems. It might not let go of the thumb.
Oh, there's ones that take the arm off as well.
Very disarming.
I was going to say, please don't make that. But you made it, so.
I couldn't help it.
It's okay.
Okay, so yes,
wrong with it.
you walk in through the back door. You hear the sounds of what appears to be a drill and a saw in the background.
That's not surprising. I'm following your lead.
Yep. Yo, Ebenezer, I believe you need a hand.
Yeah.
Now, in a moment, I'm just about to cut one off, he says. You hear the grinding sound coming from the room.
Sorry. Had to make sound effects.
Looking inside, you see what appears to be a orc lying on the table with a mangled hand that's just getting cut off.
Aw, poor orc.
Looks to be like a 10-year-old kid.
Aw, poor orc.
So, is he getting upgraded, or is it actually other surgery?
Oh no, he's getting an upgrade. He's got this pink Hello Kitty arm sitting next to him. That seems to be about the right size for him.
As long as it's the right size, doesn't really matter.
Well, he says that many members of his gang have used this as their first upgrade.
The Hello Kitty?
Yep.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you recycle?
And he's tough. He doesn't need anesthetic. He really doesn't need anesthetic. He's tough. He's tough. And the doctor's going, having a wink in your direction, making you know he's giving him anesthetic.
Good. Good, good. I'd high-five the doc, but I think he's busy.
Well, he's got an extra hand to high-five you with.
Oh, that works. Please, let's not high-five with the high fives maybe yet. Hello Kitty, I'm happy. But
Martin, can I have augmented myself so I'm actually a little bit better?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll assume you've done that.
Yeah. Because I was planning on actually probably doing some healing while I'm here.
it's probably not a bad idea.
Is what can I help you with? There, Wumpy.
My friend's he's got some questions and likes to get in touch with Mr. Blake of the Late of the Bloods.
Oh, you want to get in touch with Blood?
Well, he's no longer with the Bloods, correct?
No. He's one of the founders and still the lead Blood.
He's the...
So he dropped out from the AAA corporation and founded this group.
Oh, okay. Your words confused me. Yeah.
It's okay. That's why I thought I'd explain again.
Stitch up your clients as usual, so you can charge them extra for that.
Well, I really charge him for stitching them up.
Yeah.
He pulls out a glue gun and goes, "I use glue instead." Winks at you again. As the label on the side says, "Medi-glue, the best way to glue up those mistakes."
Yeah. It's also can leave impressive scars too.
If you do it right, he says, "No scar."
Yeah, but these guys want scars.
Not particularly a scar associated with amputation.
No. But if it looks like it was caused by a weapon or something like that.
Well, this one was caused by a building collapsing on him.
Building collapsing?
Yeah.
That sounds like not a lot of fun.
Happens about once a week in the Barrens.
Okay.
It's not like it's an unusual occurrence, especially when people are going into the worst buildings looking for loot that they think someone else has missed.
Yeah, I remember doing things like that.
Yeah, you almost ended up with a replacement skull one time. Luckily, I was able to put it back together for you. Great glue gun, he says. I'm doing a 12 with the glue gun.
Yeah.
And it was not long after that you found out you awakened with magic, so falling on your head did help.
Yeah. Sorry. Shadow's having a bit of a laugh, but not at your expense.
And you were watching the old BBC TV shows while you were recovering, so that's where you learnt your beliefs from.
Yep.
See, lots of great memories we've had together, he says.
Yep.
But you don't remember much before the fall?
No. Other than I think my sister's in trouble, but that's another matter to discuss.
Oh, I'm sure we can dig her up somewhere.
Yeah. But this matter is a bit more urgent.
Sure. So what do you need with Mr. Blood? Are you after a special upgrade? Something that goes with magic?
No, more like sticking it to a corp.
You want him to upgrade a corp?
No. What? A corporation that burned him.
You're after Mitsuhama?
We're not after Mitsuhama so much, but we wouldn't mind acquiring something from some of their files.
Oh, so you're after specialist knowledge?
Yes, that's the perfect way to put it.
I can see why he brought you along.
Yeah, when it's dealing with technology and that, yeah. That's why I need somebody else for that.
We need to keep this quiet, so we want to part with as little information as we can.
Plus, you probably want some. See if you can get some more spare parts.
Oh, sure. I do sell and buy off Mr. Blood's group.
We're looking to have a conversation with him. I'm wondering if you might be able to help us make that conversation go more smoothly.
Give him a moment. He'll go make a phone call. He hands the unattached surgical hand to Womp as he walks out of the room.
Is this going to be used as spare parts or disposed?
Well, it's the metal one.
It's the Hello Kitty one.
I thought he gave me the other arm.
No.
It's the one that needs to be attached.
Actually, I don't think there's a sterilization spell, is there?
I don't think so. There. If you do, and you sterilize it, you remove all organic aspects in that location, such as flesh and body parts.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's probably a great thing to get rid of on second-hand cybernetics.
It is. The old Shadowrun turned to goo spell was also the same.
The old Shadowrun turned to what spell?
Goo. You turn the flesh to goo and just pull the cybernetics out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not my style. Mine's a little bit the opposite side.
Yes, I'm just there.
Heal critical, that doesn't regrow limbs, does it?
It can, if the critical injury was a missing limb. But it was surgically removed.
Yeah.
So you're not sure it would actually work on that.
Yeah, oh, that's another thing I'll have to speak to Ragagas about.
Okay, so
are you attaching this Hello Kitty arm or just holding on to it?
I'm just holding on to it. I just looked at it and saying, oh, okay. Just thinking of some new ideas for spells and that.
Okay, cool. I was just curious as to whether or not you knew how to do that kind of thing.
Medicine?
No, I'm guessing not your forte.
Not with electronics and that. Mine's more of the physical, magical, touchy feeling thingy.
he can mend things with his bat.
Yep.
They hit you better.
I like the hit you better concept though. I find it very gratifying.
Especially the thump.
Yep.
He does believe in Eki Thump for a reason.
Eki Thump. Yes. I do remember Eki Thump.
Okay, so he comes back and says he's arranged a meeting for Mr. Blood. He'll send you the details when Mr. Blood's happy to meet with you.
That would be awesome.
But
thank you.
You'll have about a 10-minute warning to get there.
Okay. Do you have an idea of where that might likely to be, so we might maybe set ourselves up nearby?
He would love to say he knew, but he recommends getting yourself some wheels and staying by your phone.
Okay.
Most likely not going to happen till tomorrow.
Let's get ourselves some wheels. Maybe Maria might help us out with that. She seems to be of sorts.
Yeah, the wannabe ancient.
Well, she is still currently sorting out a money dispute that you guys were helping her clear.
But someone might owe her favours, or we might find a car on our own. But let's go find a vehicle.
And Maria is also currently wanted by another corporation.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so you're helping her with that situation. She's in hiding.
Okay. Oh, in that case, we will go find some wheels, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
How does one find wheels? Can we hire a car for?
You can walk to a car yard and buy one for less problems than you would hiring one.
I asked before we leave our Ebenezer whether or not he can recommend a nearby car yard for a good, cheap, hassle-free temporary vehicle.
He laughs and he says, "Everything you ask, sir, except for hassle-free, you can buy it in Redmond.
Yep.
But Redmond, you need to be able to drive, as there's no grid here. There's no automation.
How did we get here then?
You would have gotten here by a bus and
Yeah.
other
meant,
and
like,
train.
nearby, like we could get on a little, we could go for a little bit of a bus ride to a nearby place. That kind of like, you know.
He was sort of suggesting that any car you buy here
Yeah.
is going to be is not going to be reliable.
Yes, but I didn't mean necessarily right here in Redmond. He might know of somewhere not too far away, but not right here. You know, it's a bit like if I go visit you under a vet, but you know of a place over in Terrinoth. That's what I mean in terms of. Does he happen to know anywhere that he'd recommend as being a not too bad place to go?
Not being his skill set.
I just thought he might know the area. Talks to a lot of people.
He says he's got some people who might owe him a favour.
Oh, really?
Out in Bellevue.
Wasn't expecting anything that good. Yeah, sure. We'll take that.
So he'll give you he'll give you their address. You can head out that way and should be able to catch them in about an hour or two. He'll tell them you're coming.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
And he can guarantee that your license will pass basic inspections.
Thank you.
Because he knows neither of you have official licenses.
Yeah. That is appreciated. I make sure that he understands my sincerest and most genuine appreciation.
Well, if you bought it from the Barrens, you couldn't drive it out of the Barrens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't making quite that rookie error.
So yes, you managed to jump on another train and find yourself heading into Bellevue. You know when you hit Bellevue, that's when you have to get off the crappy train you're on, with barely any seats. Smells like trash.
Yep.
And the advertising is constantly blaring.
Oh, yep.
And then you get on this train that has clean seats.
Yep.
Guards checking tickets, people offering free samples.
Yep. What kind of free samples?
Food, perfume.
I take free samples of food, and I'll take free samples of perfume as well. I'll take actually all the free samples.
You even wind out with a couple of books.
Oh, nice. By any authors I know?
You do realise they spiked the food.
I'm sure you'll find one by A.S. Hamilton.
You do realise they spike the food.
Do they?
They make it addictive, so you have to buy it.
Oh, do they? Well, on Ross's, on Wop's warning, I won't eat the food.
Yeah, because Womp knows all the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, what do I know about?
That's why I'm trying to get all natural ice cream.
Like, I gather I've been a Shadowrun a while and I'm an elf. Can I tell whether or not, like, do I have sensory capacity to smell that kind of thing? I don't know if elves as a race.
You've come to expect that anything you buy from a corporation or get given by a corporation comes with a price.
Okay. Alright, so I wouldn't trust the food. Okay, alright.
And even the perfume's likely to make you either feel hungry, feel thirsty.
Yep. All of those things. Alright, I'm glad to realise this.
And the reason they don't give it out in the Barrens is the people in the Barrens don't have money to buy the stuff they're trying to con you into getting.
Okay, yeah.
Or they attack the store and steal it.
I'm happy having realised that this is not where you want to accept all the free stuff, not accepting all the free stuff. So we make it out to Ebenezer's friend who owes him a favour.
So you find yourself out at what appears to be a hair salon.
Yep. hair salon for a car. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
And you see what the people in here have the most outlandish haircut you've ever seen. Walking advertisements for their shop.
Nice.
Doesn't look
I
practical.
guess beggars can't be choosers.
Doesn't look practical, but hey, by the looks of things, they are having young, impressionable people coming in and trying to get the styles of these people who spend their lifetime perfecting it.
Yeah. Well, does anyone approach us? Because he said the contact will be waiting for us.
Okay, one of the most outlandish people you see here.
Yep.
Hard to tell if it's he or a she.
Yep.
Doesn't really matter to them.
Yep.
As they literally strut towards you.
Yep.
Looking like they own the place, they probably do.
I'm going to make that assumption.
And even when they talk, you can't tell if they're male or female. They just have one of those voices.
Doesn't really bother me.
But they seem quite happy to see you.
Yep.
Say, oh, sorry, I said you were coming.
Yep.
He described you, Mr. W to a T, and you described you as well pretty well, but didn't give you a name. I'm more than happy not knowing a name.
I tell her she can call me the Count.
The Count?
Yep, the Count.
That's because she counts the money.
That also, I'm also known as the Count in vague circles. It's one of my vague nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you can find me, but without finding me.
I'll just call you Miss C.
Sure.
You have a feeling that what she's doing is completely dodgy, and wants, complete deniability.
Sure. That's all good. I don't mind if she wants to be plausible deniability, absolutely anonymous. That does not faze me at all. I'm happy to accommodate that.
Okay, so as a favour to older Saria, I've agreed to let go one of my more ostentatious hobbies.
Yep.
She takes you out. She takes you out the back. They take you out the back.
Yep.
And you see what appears to be a almost glowing neon purple sports car.
Wow. Nice.
This is the sort of stuff you see in the magazines that other people read that you can't afford.
I need transport, and this looks better than what I was expecting.
Yeah, that doesn't look like I'll fit.
Yeah, we'll want fit.
She opens the door and you see it is catered for troll size.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is
more passenger than driver.
That's
Yeah, I was
okay.
expecting that.
As is a two-seater sports car.
How much do I owe her?
She says because of the deal with Asaria, only 30k.
Okay. I'm gonna have to part with 30k, I guess.
Normally you'd think this thing would be running for 120, 150k.
I part with 30k.
Contacts always help.
Yep. I'm not unappreciative. I'm just I'm going to be broke real soon. I'm hoping this lasts me a little while.
Well, it's actually three-person car because the troll space takes up 2 people.
Yeah. But look, having a vehicle that can transport at least a troll is probably beneficial for us as Shadowrunners. So yeah.
So we're not carrying a troll. The other seat, the behind the seat, is used for storage.
Yeah.
Or
As
for
we
one
have
dwarf.
3 trolls in our group, I can only see me transporting 1 troll around generally.
Really, I thought we got 2 trolls and a dwarf.
Oh, wait a minute. 2 trolls and a dwarf. Okay, yeah, okay. but I still only see me transporting one troll. So it won't accommodate everybody, but certainly it's better than having, say, a car that doesn't accommodate any trolls when we've got 2 trolls in the group.
Or elf on a bloody motorcycle.
Well, I'm a more practical elf. I now have a neon purple sports car. It couldn't be neon blue, could it?
You could actually change it to neon blue.
It's one of those ones where you program in the colours.
It is.
Okay. We'll go with neon blue. Thank you. Yep, so I will hand over the credits. I will...
If you hands over the controller key.
Thank her very much.
And she says, as agreed with Asaria, that she'll leave it in her name for the next month.
Okay, yep. So I've got a month to figure out ownership. Okay.
A month to come up with an ID that will allow you to drive this car around the city.
Talk to you about how to do it. I gather that's outside of game stuff. Alright,
or at least a month where you can drive it on the grid.
Yeah. Alright. I enthusiastically, we'll go with that. Thank you, not too enthusiastically, but just so she knows it's sincere.
If he doesn't mind, she says the doc saved her a few times, so she's happy to help out.
The doc saved everyone a few times. So yeah, he's a good bloke. Alrighty. I gather we won't take up too much of her time. She's probably really busy.
She heads back in after giving you the keys and shakes your hand.
Cool. We have a vehicle. So let's stay by the phone now.
Sitting in, the car even smells of happiness.
I don't object to that. I like the idea of smelling happiness.
Okay.
Well, it has that smell that just makes people smile.
Well, would you object to that?
And everyone who smells it seems to think happy stuff.
Yeah. This is all good things, right?
Mainly because you don't want an angry person driving a sports car in a peak traffic.
No.
Do we get a phone call?
I was thinking, considering what time it is, and it would be good to bring some of the others in for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would be a good spot to stay for the night, where you guys have found out about 2 meeting points, the Cutting Edge and Mr. Blood. You've picked up another form of transportation, so you're not relying on the van or the bike all the time.
This is also
do we need to register that in the place that we're currently staying at?
The car? Yeah, we'll have to sort it out.
Isn't that a secure area?
It is a secure area.
Yeah, I'll talk to Martin about all of that stuff outside again.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we can say we'll end it there for tonight and see how you guys go next session about tracking down Mr. Blood and the other person, the Queen.
Yep.
Yeah, picking up the details.
I've written up a lot of details, but I'll write more up between now and next Shadowrun game. And I might talk to Martin if I can write them up about posting them where people can find them. That sounds good?
Sounds good. So thank you for being able to make it in the end, Ross.
Yeah! I'm glad you came, because in the end it would have just been me.
Yeah, I was just I got confused with because I was reading on my phone and going, oh, that sucks.
What were you reading?
Not while we're recording, probably not to discuss medical stuff.
Oh, okay, alright, yes.
So I might close off the session for tonight then. If you want to talk afterwards, that's fine.
Yeah.
And that way you can actually discuss those
things.
things.
We can be more...
So, see you next session.
Yep.
Yeah. Just me getting confused with the text. Yeah, I was just reading on the phone. It was just, oh, it's from Martin. Oh,